Special greetings, my dear students. Today we are going to see memories of computer. Today just I am going to revise our first semester full. Okay, I will try to complete it. Okay, let's talk about the computer memory. What is a memory? Memory is a storage place. Okay, memory is used to store the data. Okay, memory is used to store the data. Let's see. What is a memory? See, memory is used to store data. Now you may think, sir, only for storing data we are using memory. No, not only for storing data. If we want to run software, okay, for run software we are using this. Okay, understand now? So when we are talking about this memory, regarding this we will see now. When we talk about the memory, there are two types. One is the internal and another one is the external. Internal means it is a primary. Internal means it is a primary memory. External means it is a externally, additionally we are adding the storage devices. Let's talk about the internal. Okay, let's talk about the internal. When we talk about the internal, in computer only two memories are there. Only two type of memories we are having, and you are going to study. That is a RAM, ROM. Okay, these are the two type of memory. It is built inside of the computer. It is for the internal. Now let's you think about the RAM and ROM. My dear students, RAM full form is random access memory, ROM full form is read only memory. Now in this place, okay, random access memory, it is a temporary storage. Please keep it in mind. RAM is a temporary storage. RAM is a temporary storage, but ROM is a permanent. ROM is a permanent storage. And when we talk about the RAM, it is a volatile. Means when electricity will goes, automatically what data you save, it will be erased from there. And ROM is non-volatile. Whether there is electricity or not, it doesn't matter. But the data will remain same as it is. Okay. After completing this, we will talk about the external. Okay. Now let's talk about the RAM. My dear student, just to think. Whatever software, okay, whatever applications you are running, you are working, it occupies the space in a RAM. Okay, it occupies some particular space in a RAM. You may have a 1 TB hard disk. Okay, 1 TB hard disk. You may have 1 TB hard disk or 2 TB hard disk. It doesn't matter. What is the RAM capacity? If you notice, in a mobile also same concept, in tablet also same concept, in laptop also same concept, everywhere same concept. When we talk about the RAM, it may be have a 4 GB, 8 GB, 6 GB also there, 12 GB. This all the size of RAM. Why we are using the RAM? Whatever applications we are running, it occupies the storage place in a RAM. Example, real-time example I am showing to you now itself. Now see here. So in my desktop, two files are opened. Okay, two softwares I opened. Now I am going to open the task manager. Start. Task manager is there. Just one click. I opened a task manager. Correct? So this is a task manager. Performance you see. So this is the memory. Actually in my laptop I am having 12 GB RAM. Mostly in the laptop 4 GB it may, but in my laptop I am having 12 GB RAM. So 5.3 GB RAM is occupied. 5.3 GB RAM is occupied. Now I am going to open Excel. Kindly notice here, my dear students, 5.3 GB RAM and 45%. Open. Now Excel is opening. Now what is happening? I am opening the task manager. Now see. Before 5.3, now 5.4. Now I am going to open MS Word. Okay. I opened WinWord. 5.4 is there. Now see how much it will be. 5.5. Okay, if I will open the Photoshop, here is Adobe Photoshop. Just open it. Before 5.5, now see 5.6. It will increase more. Why? Because Photoshop is a toughest application. Okay. Now see, it is loading. Background, it is loading. Here you can able to see. So now it is increasing 5.5 to 5.8. It will increase more. What is happening? Whatever applications we are opening, it occupy the storage place in a RAM. Okay, it runs in the RAM. If RAM is filled, in RAM everything is filled. Sir, here 12 GB RAM is there. 12 GB it is filled. Now what happened? System will start to hang. Okay, system will start to hang. Now see, Photoshop is open. Now see 5.9 came. Still Photoshop is in a loading. Still it is in a loading. See, time by time it is increasing the size. When it will load completely, now it is loaded. So 6.1 now. Okay, this is a 5.1 percentage. Sorry, 51 percentage it is increased. I am going to close all. So apps, Photoshop, and Excel also, and Word also, and I hope you understood now. Okay, whatever applications we are opening, it occupies the space in where? RAM. And my dear students, humans, we didn't develop RAM or anything in a one day. We taken such a very lengthy history, and when we talk about the lengthy history, first thing is a DRAM, dynamic random access memory. This was our first RAM. This RAM need always refresh. So when we introduced, see, when I am coming to your home, midnight, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, wake up. I wake up you woke up. So suddenly, if I will tell you to run, you will run. You can able to run? No. You will walk like something. You cannot able to walk even properly. You will fall down. You will get up. So these are all the problems you will face. Because why? Because brain is not in a active. Your mind is not in a active. To make your brain in active, it takes a time. Same way, whenever we start the computer, if you click any application, it will not open. Why? It need refresh. We have to do refresh continuously. So that is the reason now also we are pressing what? Control plus, refresh. Right click, refresh, right click, refresh. See here. Right click, refresh here. Right click, refresh. So when you are pressing this, our system is becoming active. Okay, our system is becoming active. The thing is what? So we have to do refresh in a DRAM, dynamic random access memory. After SRAM, static random access memory, advanced, developed. When we are updating, we will resolve the previous problem. This RAM, we no need refresh. We no need refresh at all. Don't do refresh. Okay. When you start, automatically all applications will be active. It will work faster. Understanding? But it is costlier. So, but what happens in this also, we had one drawback. What is that? We have to save every time. Whenever you are opening, whenever you are typing anything, you have to save in a computer. We have to press Ctrl plus S, Ctrl plus S. To resolve this problem, we brought this SDRAM, synchronized dynamic random access memory. What happens in the synchronized dynamic random access memory? This is a computer and this is the hard disk. Okay, in a CPU, hard disk is there. So whatever changes you are making, automatically it will change in a CPU and it will save in a hard disk. Means this one. Whatever modifications you are doing, automatically it will save and it will change in a hard disk. Now in this, what is happening in a task manager. Okay, if you open task manager, whatever applications we open, only that is there, only that application will occupy the space in a memory. Am I right? So this all the background applications which are necessary. Okay, now this all things just to keep aside. But here what happens when you use this SDRAM in your computer? How many applications are there? All the applications will be in active. All applications will be in active. Because of that, what happens when you click one click, when you just do one click, automatically it will start, it will work faster. Okay, but when we talk about the normal RAM, first it should open, it should load, after it should take time. These are the problems are there in a normal RAM. Understanding now? So but in a SDRAM what happens? Everything is in a active. All applications are in a active. So because of activeness, what is happening? 24/7 it is working. It is working 24/7. 24/7 means it works continuously. It runs continuously in a memory. So when it is running continuously, we are having the problem of heating and electricity. Because when the app is running, it consumes electricity and it makes your system also heat. So to resolve this all, now we are using the DDR, double data rate. This is also RAM. It is having DDR1 up to 7 we are having. Okay, these are the types of RAM: DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, DDR4, DDR5, DDR6, DDR7. It is cheap, it is efficient, okay, and performance is very good. So worldwide we are using this RAM. Okay, so these are the types of RAM. And when we talk about the ROM, okay, read only memory. Now you may have doubt, sir, without RAM and ROM, okay, computer will work. Yes, please understand the concept very clearly. Without ROM, you can able to on the computer, you can able to work with the computer. If I am having a mobile device, in that mobile device without ROM I can able to work. But what are the drawback? RAM we can able to modify, correct? But ROM we cannot able to modify. ROM we cannot able to modify. Now what is happening here? When you buy the mobile or when you buy the tablet, when you buy the PC, few applications are there you cannot able to uninstall. If you uninstall that few application, you cannot able to access the hardware. The example, camera app is there. Mostly I am taking your mobile example because you will understand easily. So in a mobile, camera app is there. If you uninstall, you cannot able to access the camera. Am I right? So this is the drawback of the RAM. If you install the camera app in a ROM, what happens? If you install camera app in a ROM, you cannot able to uninstall. But if you install that camera app in a RAM, you can able to uninstall. So what you have to understand in this? System software, camera, call logo, gallery, okay, few necessary applications we are installing in a ROM. Why? Because we cannot able to uninstall it. Installer package is there. If you uninstall the installer package, you cannot able to install. So to solve this all problems, we are using the ROM. Now you may think, one thing you have to remember, I told you very clearly, without ROM, with help of only RAM, we can able to work with the computer. Okay, we can able to work. But thing is what? All the necessary operating system, inbuilt system, we are installing in a ROM. Nowadays everything is pre-installed in a ROM. So what happens? nowadays if ROM is not there, computer will not work. Why it will not work? Because we are installing all the necessary applications in where? ROM. If you get the opportunity to modify the ROM, if you are going to be an engineer, that time you may work, okay, you may check, okay, you may check with the RAM. If ROM is not working, means instead of ROM you may work with the RAM. If you are going to the engineer field, if you got the opportunity, of course without ROM RAM can work, but nowadays without ROM RAM cannot able to work. Why? Because all the necessary applications we installed in where? ROM. If I want to say best example, if you are installing Truecaller is installing in where? In a RAM. If you are installing any game, where the game is installing? In a RAM. Understanding? So it is working. Same way the document with the app which you install in a ROM, you cannot able to uninstall. In a ROM we are having the copyright document. You cannot able to modify. You can able to only sing. Okay, my dear students, today this is enough. Okay, this is enough for today. Okay, please kindly go through it. Next class we will see remaining chapters. Okay, thank you my dear students, thank you.